So in 2017, I became extremely sick. I was riddled with a plethora of chronic conditions, had autoimmune conditions, I had leaky gut, I had SIBO, IBS, I had bleeding from back there, which was not a fun experience. All kinds of digestive problems. I had depression, anxiety. I was diagnosed with supraventricular tachycardia, which is a abnormal heart rhythm, which is essentially life-threatening if it continues. And I was faced with a lot of really tough decisions. I was faced with decisions that would have altered the course of my life and changed my life forever. And, over time I was failed by the medical industry, and I basically took matters into my own hands and ultimately decided that I was going to try to reclaim my health myself. I wasn't going to leave it in the hands of these people that had essentially failed me for over a year. So I started to do that, and I started playing with diet, I started playing with nutrition, and after months and months of trial and error and experimentation, I learned a lot about what works and what doesn't. And I would have to say that in my top 3 of the things that worked the best for me to reclaim my health and rid myself of all the chronic conditions was number 1, diet and nutrition. I landed on a carnivore diet out of sheer desperation. After trying numerous different diets, I tried keto, I tried fruitarian, vegan, FODMAP diets, paleo, clean eating. I've fasted for extended periods of time, and I saw some relief from some of those diets, but nothing ever resolved the issues fully until I landed on carnivore. Number 2 would be water. Our bodies are a direct reflection of what we consume, so that includes food, water, and pretty much everything we come in contact with. Number 3 would be exercise, daily movement, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. So as you can see behind me, I've got a nice wooden staircase. I've got my dog out here with me, and when it comes to exercise and daily movement, you do not have to have a gym or fancy equipment to move your body. Just like with diet and nutrition, it is very, very easy to overcomplicate things. And when it comes to the fitness industry, that is another area where it is extremely complicated, and the information out there is very contradicting. It can be overwhelming and extremely confusing. But what I want to highlight in this video is the fact that it does not have to be that way. And you can improve your health and improve your body composition, burn fat, and achieve the body you want without a gym membership and without gym equipment. And the only thing you need are your surroundings. Everywhere you go in the United States, there are sidewalks. There are outdoor areas, there are parks, there are staircases. You can move around, you can walk, you can exercise. Even if you're locked in a steel bar cage in prison, you can still exercise. And finding time to do that is not that difficult. And as a dog lover myself, and I know a lot of people that watch this channel are also dog lovers, dog owners, but your dog is your excuse to get outside and exercise. And that's one of the greatest things about having a dog is that your dog is going to want to go outside. Your dog needs to go outside. Your dog is not meant to be cooped up indoors 24/7. So when you take your dog out to do its business or you take it out for a walk, that is your excuse to get outside, to get in nature, to get sun in your eyes, sun in your skin, and exercise. Move your body. And to see positive results from that, it only takes about 30 minutes a day. And even if you're on a tight schedule, if you walk your dog several times a day, that's probably going to add up to about 30 minutes. And if that's all the time that your dog's spending outside, that's about the bare minimum you would want to be outside anyway. And I would definitely try to maximize that as much as possible if you can. One of the things we often forget about is the fact that our lymphatic system is closely tied to our movement. So if we don't move, our lymphatic system can't operate to its fullest potential. So that means we're not detoxing our body as optimally as we could be. Our immune function is going to suffer. Our overall health is going to suffer because our body composition is probably not going to be quite where it should be. Our cardiovascular health is going to suffer. Our respiratory system is going to suffer. There are so many things in our body, to include hormones, that are closely tied to our daily movement. And the old saying, use it or lose it, is very true when it comes to this. And that's essentially what we're talking about here. If you don't move your body, you lose your health. Over time, it will catch up to you, and there will be negative impacts on your health because of that. So while the carnivore diet is an amazing tool, and for me it was the most effective and efficient way to reclaim my health, there are a lot of things that we can do to optimize the positive impacts that it can have on our health. And I think getting outside and moving your body is just one primary example of that. So this particular staircase is 103 steps from top to bottom. I'm going to try to do this 5 times. Now by the end of that 5 times, if my math is correct, that should be 1,030 steps. I'm also going to time myself to see how long this takes, but I'm expecting to do this in about 15 to 20 minutes. So that just goes to show you what you can accomplish if you're short on time. And I expect this exercise to be extremely intense and to completely destroy my legs. This is not as quite as easy as it looks. It's 3 up. Got 2 more to go. Number 4 is kicking my butt. All right, one more. One more. All right, this is the last time up. So I've done a lot of hiking over the years. I've hiked in Alaska. I've hiked the Alps, Austria, Switzerland. I've done some hiking out west. And there's one thing that's always kept me going when I get to a really, really challenging part and I'm like, I don't think I can do this. And I always tell myself, I'm like, if you can do this, if you can make it to the peak of this mountain, if you can overcome this, a mountain, okay, which is, when you think about, one of the most powerful statements. If you can make it to the top of a mountain, you can do anything. If you can do this, you can overcome anything in life. And that's what I've always told myself. So when I'm faced with a very difficult challenge and I don't think I can do it, I think back on that and I just tell myself, if you can make it through this, if you can get past this, imagine what else you can do. Because this is the hardest thing you're ever going to face in life. So everything else beyond this is going to be an absolute cakewalk. It's going to be a breeze. So if you can make it through that, you can do anything. And that's what I've kind of always held very near and dear to my heart, is that it's just that. Think back on your life, even if you've never climbed mountains and you don't have something like that to refer back to. Think about all the other things you've overcome, all the other accomplishments that you've made, your achievements, the hard things that you've done in your life. You made it through those. So anything beyond that, it should be a cakewalk. Because the fact of the matter is, you made it through and you're still here. And that right there, that keeps you going. It gives you a very positive outlook on things and just reaffirms the fact that we're all capable of so much more, and we don't always give ourselves enough credit on what we can actually achieve. Now I gotta go down here. I gotta see what she has. I'm guessing it's some sort of animal. If it's anything important, I'll make sure to get it on film. If not, minute 55 is what it looked like I was at. 5 times up, 1,030 steps. There's never an excuse to not get outside, not take your dog outside, not get sun on your skin, not expose yourself to nature, and not move your body. All right, until next time. If you haven't done so already, like, subscribe, join the Apex Tribe. I'll see you on the next one. All right, peace out.